Buffalo's favored by 2. The rumors that now again, Buffalo is all but assured of the 2 seed. Most scenarios have Buffalo at number 2. As we mentioned, Pittsburgh has some other scenarios, but they're not even playing for it. The rumors coming out of Buffalo is that Josh Allen and his crew, a lot of the starters there, are going to be rested after a series or 2, and that's going to be their strategy. Yeah. Get a little bit of work in, take the rest of the game off and get ready for Wild Card Weekend. What are you looking for? And then Tua starting for Miami again. Don't forget about the PFF Daily. We went in depth about what we would do between Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tua. So Miami has a path to victory here, yeah?
Yes. And I think if it was me, that's the strategy I think I would employ in terms of this resting versus playing decision that teams have to make in Week 17. I would probably start my starters, at least get them playing a game, and then pull them at some point. Right now, I don't know if I would give it a series or 2 or if I give them a half or whatever, but get them out of there before the end of the game. Reduce their exposure to injury, even if you don't eliminate it. But still, it's not a bye week. It shouldn't be a bye week for those guys, I don't think. I think Miami has something to play for. I don't think it's going to be an easy game against Buffalo, but you have to assume at some point when they pull those starters and they throw in backups, Miami's path to winning that game in the second half becomes pretty advantageous, even if Tua is your quarterback and you don't have to turn to the relief hitter in Fitzpatrick.
Relief pitcher.
Pitcher?
Yeah. Do we have? It's a pinch hitter.
Sorry.
Or relief pitcher.
Apologies.
Do we have Josh Allen and Tua leaving the game at the same time?
No, because
here comes Matt, and then it becomes Matt Barkley versus Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Like the second Josh Allen goes out, you're going to be like, oh, Tua's job just got easier.
Yeah. So Miami's in with a win, obviously, or Baltimore, Cleveland, or Indianapolis has to lose. So they've got a bunch of or scenarios.
They're also in pretty good shape.
Right. So, but at the same time, we're going to talk about those other games, like the chances of Baltimore losing. We already mentioned Cleveland. They're favored by a lot. Indianapolis is favored by 14 against Jacksonville. You can't hope that those massive upsets happen. You have to take care of business. Of all those 4 teams, Miami, Baltimore, Cleveland, and Indianapolis, Miami's got the toughest game. They've got the closest spread at 2 points. And because, again, we don't know for sure how much Buffalo's going to play their starters. And then the same point with Pittsburgh, you can't bench everyone, right? You can't take everybody out. You only have 7 or 8 offensive linemen on the roster, so you'll have a lineman, you'll have defensive players. People have to play football, so it's not like you're just playing, like week 4 preseason game here. So does Miami take care of business here? Or, of all these games, are you expecting a massive upset in any one?
No, but, I mean, you typically don't expect massive upsets. That's why they're massive upsets.
Oh, good.
I think Miami probably wins this game. I think they've played hard all season long. They've got something to play for. This is a team that wants to make the playoffs. They've shown that all season long with how they've dealt with the quarterback situation and this whole, rotation or benching of Tua. They want to make the postseason. I think they're good enough to do that. And particularly, the second, unless Buffalo has a monster lead at the point where Josh Allen, gets pulled ashore and told to sit down, I think that this defense is going to cause problems for Matt Barkley to the degree that, they should be able to win late on.
The thing I mentioned in the daily, and I think, we saw this down the stretch in the Raiders game, when Ryan Fitzpatrick made a couple big-time throws down the field. That has been the difference between Tua and Fitzpatrick this year. There are some numbers and measures, like QBR is loving Ryan Fitzpatrick so far this season. His QBR is top 10 in the NFL. And passing grade, though, for PFF in the 20s. So there are numbers that love Fitzpatrick. What we don't love about him is the turnover-worthy plays. But the difference between him and Tua is Fitz throwing 12 big-time throws. And, again, even the non-big-time throws, it's the jump balls, right? It's the things that we've talked about for years, the YOLO balls that just give the Mike Gesicki's and Devontae Parker's of the world, chances to make plays. Tua only has 4 big-time throws this entire season compared to 11 turnover-worthy plays. And I'm hearing a lot of Tua analysis that, he's taking care of the ball. What's he at? He has 2 actual interceptions. He's got better turnover luck than all the guys we've been trashing for having turnover luck, the Mahomes of the world, the Jalen Hurts of the world. Tua is having incredible turnover luck, and that's what's knocked his grade down to only 63, just above Drew Lock so far this season.
Yeah, the Tua, it hasn't been a great season for Tua. And I know, year one coming back off a devastating injury, et cetera, et cetera. And he's a rookie. Our perception, I think, has been kind of broken of what rookie quarterbacks are supposed to look like. By the guys that have been really good right out of the gate. It makes you think that everybody should be like that, but most quarterbacks aren't. And I think not only is our perception skewed, but that changes how the NFL thinks of it as well. So now you're expecting your quarterback to look great right out of the gate, and if he doesn't, it's a ticking alarm clock for when you have to pull him ashore and throw in another guy. So it's not been a great rookie season for Tua. On the other hand, maybe you didn't expect it to be and hope that you see giant leaps forward next year. But
which is why, isn't it crazy that he's getting the start in a must-win game?
No.
It's crazy.
No,
I've completely changed my tune on it.
Okay.
Go listen to the Daily. I'm all in on Fitz for Miami here. So that's what they should be doing. I think Miami wins it because of the benching factor. Are you surprised that Buffalo is still favored by 2? Like I said, it's only a rumor that Allen and the starters are going to be resting.
Yeah, and I think that's why, right? You've got a hedge that if they do play a serious amount, particularly if they play if those guys play a half or 3/4 or whatever it is, and they just get them out of there before the fourth, the way Buffalo's playing right now, they could have 35 points at that stage, and suddenly Miami is in a deep hole. And even if they do bench them and throw in Matt Barkley, how hard is it to maintain a 35-10 lead in the last quarter?
All right, well, I'm going to take Miami to win this and obviously cover as the underdogs. Let's go.